everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a video where we're going to be testing some new products. It's not a full face first impression, but I do have a new eyeshadow palette, foundation, concealer, highlighter, blush, eye stuff. So the main things we're going to be testing today are the new Ardell base products. I didn't even realise they had these. I just went on Beauty Bay, what's new, and these were on it. So this is the Camouflage High Definition Foundation and the matching concealer. This was about £11, this is about £8. They'll be linked down below. This is also shade 2.0, which might be like, Melissa, you look so tanned, why are you so being at sunbeds? No, well, A, don't go to sunbeds, and B, it's way too dark for me, but we made it work with this high neck top. So we're testing those out. We're also testing out the Stila Little White Lies Heavenly Highlighter Palette. Look at it in all its glory. Look at it. This was £45. Ouch. We are playing with one of the new Makeup Revolution eye glistens. These are all over the Instagrams right now. They're really promoting them. They are on my eyes just now, you can probably tell. The Wet n Wild new blushes, and then also the kind of main thing apart from the foundation is I got sent the most incredible PR package by P. Louise, which I died. I literally just could have died when it got delivered. Didn't even realize they would ever send me something like this. They sent me everything. But today we are playing with the palette. This is the Secret Sinner palette, which I will show you here. I'm not sure how much this is. I'll put the price up on screen. And this was gifted to me. Like I said, they did send it to me, but they're not paying me to talk about it or anything. I just want to film with it. This is the look that came out of everything. So I hope you like it. I know it is incredibly similar to the full face drugstore that I did pretty recently, but we'll explain that later on. I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Welcome if you're new. And yeah, if you want to see me put this new makeup on my face, then please just do keep on watching. Bye. Let's get ready to rumble. So we're starting off with the P. Louise base. This is in shade 02. And then this is actually a P. Louise brush. And I'm gonna dab it out with a brush. And I'm taking the P. Louise palette and I'm dipping into Love Shy. This like deep burgundy down. No, that's not the one I did first. Hold on. So I'm picking up the shade Love Struck on my Zoeva 234 favorite packing brush, as discussed in my brush video. I'm going to pack it on my crease, outer corner to inner corner. Taking a clean brush, I'm just going to just go around the edges and just buff it out. Make it a bit easier to blend, although these shadows are super easy to blend now having done the other eye, honestly. Like, really easy. Pretty much as good quality shadows as I've ever tried, to be honest. Nothing wrong with them so far. Taking a smaller blending brush and the shade Fling. I love this shade. And just gonna buff that around the edges. Same brush, and I'm dipping into the shade Dreamy, which is this like bright orange. Very pigmented, by the way. Start getting that sunset-y vibe going on. Then a fluffier brush and the shade Climax, because everything has to be sexual these days. It's a really nice yellow though. And we can all see where that really harsh brown line ends. and the yellow begins. So I'm taking this red shade here called Velvet Kiss. It's kind of reddy pink. There's a fair amount of powder kickback on these shades, but it's not anything that really bothers me. You guys know that by now. And I'm going to tuck this in between the brown and the yellow and really start to get rid of that harsh line. A bit more of the orange shade Dreamy. Just around that red. Taking the shade Love Shy, which is this like deep burgundy-ish colour. I'm going to pack this on the outer corner and the outer kind of V. I would call it the outer C because I do more rounded shapes, don't I? And on the lid as well. So we'll come back to that blending if we need to. I want to go in now with the new Revolution Eye Glisten. This particular one is in the shade It's Fate. So this is like a metallic creamy champagne and then like a silvery glitter on this side. I will swatch them. I mean, I might as well swatch them. I don't know if you can even see those swatches because my lighting is not playing ball, but this is the metallic side and then that is the glittery side. But I think once I put it on my eye, you'll see it a bit better. So I'm taking the metallic side and I'm taking my little cut crease brush. Because what do you do when you don't know what to do? You do a cut crease. And I'm just gonna paint it along like a concealer. Open up my eye. Transfer it up and then I'll just fill it in. And then just filling in the center. It's so pigmented. It's so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? It's so pigmented as well, you don't need a second layer, you don't need to fiddle with it too much. And then I'm going to take the glittery side again. I'm going to take that on a little brush just like I do with like my Stila ones. And I'm just going to paint that on top of that metallic shade. I just find doing it this way you get a better, like, even distribution. You can just pat it in. Make sure you're not disrupting anything else. You know me, any excuse to use glitter. Literally any excuse. Then I'm just going to grab a couple of like the deeper shades from the P. Louise palette and just start to blend in the edge of this glitter. Just so that it just starts to look not really harsh, you know? We don't like them harsh lines. I'm not finding it's like flaking off or anything, like it's really surprising me. I will say blending out the end of a cut crease is probably my least favourite thing to do. So now I've kind of blended it. It doesn't matter too much because I'm doing that really thick liner. And we're going to use the new Benefit Roller Liner. I've used this a couple of times now just like on my own time and it's so good, honestly. It's just so black, so liquidy in the best way. and so precise as well. You can do really thin lines or really thick lines. So I'll throw on this one because it's really boring to watch, and then we'll move on to the skin because I really want to test this foundation so badly. So now we're going to play with the foundation. This is in shade Light 2.0. From what I could see on the website, there was one shade lighter than this. Now this is going to be way too dark for me. Let me show the... Like, that's dark. That's too dark for me, but you know what? We're just going to go in with it because everyone moans that my foundation's too light. So let's just try it out. So this is supposed to be full coverage, matte finish. So we will test out that theory. It's so much darker than I am. I'm going to have to take this like all the way down my neck. Do you know, so far I really like how this looks on my skin. Fluff. Like, I would say medium coverage at this point, but it looks so nice. Right, I need to change my battery, so I'll finish my face and then I'll do a close-up with the rest of it on my face. But so far, I mean, that's looking good. So I've darkened it a bit, so hopefully you can see my skin. So apart from the obvious fact it is way too dark for me, I think that foundation looks so nice on my skin. Like, I'm really surprised. Like, it's not matte though, it's definitely like more satin. Like, you can see there's a sheen on my skin. But that's just one layer, and I don't feel like I need to add a second layer. Like, I don't feel like I've got like a lot of redness showing through or anything. I am so impressed for a brand that like does lashes to have come out the gate with a foundation that I really like on the first try. Wow, my skin looks good. No? Let's try the matching concealer. So this is the matching concealer, Ardell Camouflage Concealer. Doesn't say anything about it on it. I got shade Light 1 because I assumed, you know, get a slightly darker foundation and then a lighter concealer, so we'll see what happens. Did I call this camouflage because it's camera flash? It's a lot lighter. We'll do one eye at a time and see what the difference is. So it applies really nicely over the foundation. It's very brightening. In terms of coverage though, I'd say like light coverage. It's not a huge difference between both eyes apart from this one. This one just looks a bit lighter, in my humble opinion. This isn't as exciting as the foundation. I feel like that concealer just kind of sheared out into nothing. I mean, I still think my skin looks really good, but I think that's more due to the foundation, to be honest. Let me darken it so you can see. Yeah, I don't think the concealer's anything to write home about, but I think my skin still looks really good, so it's not like ruined the foundation or anything. And I don't need to add another concealer or like more foundation or anything. I think my skin does look really good overall, but it's definitely down to the foundation because that concealer just like sheared into nothing. It just kind of disappeared. But I mean, oh my, I really like how my skin looks. It does feel tacky, so it's definitely not like matte feeling. It doesn't feel heavy. Wow. I'm going to throw on like powder and contour and stuff, and then we'll be back for highlight, because I'm pretty sure highlight and then lips, because that's the only other like 2 new products, but they're pretty exciting, so give me 1 minute. So I'm so excited to use this next product. Ooh. This is the Stila Little White Lies Heavenly Highlighting Palette. This was £45 on Beauty Bay, and it's beautiful. It has a pink, a gold, and like a white silver shift to it. I'm not sure what one. I think I'll use the gold today actually. Because my foundation is too dark for me, I think I'll be able to use the gold. Apparently it does work on all skin tones, but let's see. I'm going to use my Nabla highlighting brush. I'm just going to use it dry up first. They're like a powder, but like a squishy powder, if you know what I mean. It's my first time trying like Stila powder products. Oh, I'm so excited. Little underwhelmed. Should I use my fingers? It's going on. I mean, you can see it going on. The formula does remind me of the Fenty How Many Carats. See, when I put it on my finger, it looks way more pigmented, so let me... Yeah, I mean, look at that. Maybe it's like the Jeffree Star ones. It's literally better just to apply it with your finger. Not that I enjoy applying highlight with my finger, and then I'll just kind of like buff it out with the brush. I mean, that is gorgeous, but slightly hard to apply. Let me try it with a wet brush and try it on this side. I mean, it's on there. It's definitely on. It's just like, I mean, it is so beautiful on the skin, but it's so yellow gold that I'm not sure it actually suits my skin tone personally. Just gonna even myself up. I don't know, I'm not sure what to think, to be honest, because for me, having to apply it with my finger is like a big downside. It's not something that I like enjoy doing, using fingers for makeup, to be honest. But I really like how it looks on the skin. They're more like hints of sheen. I mean, you can see that pretty strong, but they're more like, yeah, like a subtler wash of something, as opposed to like bam, metallic highlight. I really like how it looks up close on the skin. It does look a little bit glittery, but very, very, very finely milled glitter. So not like chunky glitter, but it's not like not glittery. I don't know, maybe someone who's got experience with Stila like powdery products can give me some helpful hints and advice on how to use it, because I don't think I'm using it to its full potential. But it is stunning to look at. I just don't think maybe I'm using it right. I don't know. And then I did pick up a blush, but in person this looks more like a highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Colour Icon Baked Blush in, it's a limited edition one called Hummingbird Hype. And I don't know if you can see, it looks like a highlighter. Give it a Swatch. That's not a blush. I mean, maybe a very, very shimmery blush. That is a highlighter. Come on. I'm just gonna put more highlighter on my face. Looks quite nice on, but it just looks very highlighty. Like my whole, everywhere I've put it, it's just like highlighted now, you know? Like pretty much every inch of my face is now highlighted. Okay, I'll just go finish off my under eyes off camera and then we'll come back and put on a lip product and then we'll be done. Semi-successful. So impressed with the foundation so far though. Like still really liking how that looks, but look how pale I am compared to my face. So the only new lip product I really have is this Vice liquid lipstick from Urban Decay. I've actually never tried this formula. This is in the shade ZZ, which is this colour. Not sure it's going to go with this eye. I think I'm going to throw on a red lip instead, but no I can't because I did a red with it. Oh, I'll try it on, but I don't think it's going to go with this look. It's a really pretty colour, but I would not put it with these eyes. And slightly more sheer than I would have thought it would have been. A couple of layers seems to bring it up, but it's very comfortable right now, although it's not dry, so who knows what the comfort level would actually be. But that's the colour. I like the colour, just not with these eyes. No, I'm going to change my lip and then I'll be back to do my outro. But yeah, I'm going to do a full face Urban Decay, so we will use it in that and then I'll keep it on for longer and see what happens. But I'm going to change my lip and then I'll be back because it doesn't go. I'm sure you'll agree. So I just threw it on Huda Beauty Heartbreaker. I know I've done a look like this very similar recently, but the creative juices just aren't flowing. They aren't flowing, clearly. Look at my hair. So I'll do quickly a little rundown on the products we used and then wrap it up so I can go to bed. So the first thing was the P. Louise palette. I really like the quality of the shadows, I just don't like the packaging. I just think it's it's too bulky. It's just unnecessarily bulky. But apart from that, I mean, the colours in here are gorgeous and the quality, the pigmentation is really, really impressive. And they do perform, they do blend. I mean, look at that, that's impressive. So I do think it is a good palette and probably, yeah, worth the money, especially if you're a makeup artist, I think, because you're going to get a lot of use out of all of those colours. But they are all matte. Which is what I find quite a shame. I would like some shimmers in there as well, but that's just personal preference. The blush, the Wet n Wild blush, is a highlight if you have like medium to deep skin tone. My whole cheeks are just like glowing, and not from like nice highlight, just from this blush. So I'm gonna keep it and probably use it as like a blush topper sometimes, but as a blush alone, like, it doesn't really work for my skin tone. And the good thing is though, it's super, super cheap, so I don't really care. Really like these, need to experiment more. I have all of the shades now, but when I look up close, yeah, there is quite a lot of cracking. You have to remember, I do have hooded eyes, so when I do cut creases and use like a few layers of things, it does tend to crack off on me. Even Stila ones do it. So I'll show you up close what I mean, but yeah, it is cracking, but they are very beautiful and I do want to keep using them and experimenting more with them. And I think as like winged liner and stuff, they'd be really, really cool for that kind of thing. But I really do like the overall effect and I'm so happy with my makeup. I would go out like this. I'm just a bit annoyed about some of the cracking and it does feel quite tight on the eyelid, but for £6 for a double-ended product, I think they are really good, and I would get one and see what you think about it. My biggest disappointment is probably the Stila palette, just because I'm not sure how to use it, and if someone, like I said, could give me some advice, please do, because applying them with my fingers is like not my favorite thing to do, but I just love the colors in here, and it was £45. So I mean, I am glowing, but up close and personal there is like particles of glitter kind of all over my face, which is a bit irritating. The concealer from Ardell I'd miss. It's probably just going to be a concealer that I'll use to like carve out my brows and like use as a base for my eyeshadow from now on, because it's just not that great. But the foundation, I mean, so far it's lasted so well on me. I need to buy the shade Down because I want to use this and see it properly, you know, like without having to wear this really high neck top, because like I am so much paler than this foundation. But my skin looks really good, and I was so impressed when I was applying it. So yeah, overall very pleased with how my makeup came out. I know, again, like I said, it's super similar to a look I did recently, but I just feel like the painkillers I'm on just like, they're downers, I just feel like I'm not like creative. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video anyway. Let me know what you want me to film next. Like I said, I'm going to do a full face of Urban Decay. That might already be up before this, I don't know. Full face of Makeup Revolution. I have so much Makeup Revolution makeup sitting there waiting to play with. Yeah, let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you enjoyed in this video, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I really hope I will see you in my next video. And if you like this top, it's actually a bodysuit which is completely see-through, so if I went down more you could totally see my nips, but it's from Pretty Little Thing and I absolutely love it.